Come and see Marywood. It's an awesome community with awesome people, and the students are the coolest you'll ever want to meet.
New leadership has found a place at Marywood University. Sister Mary Persico has stepped into the role of president as of July 1st. She takes the place of former university president Sister Ann Munley, who retired at the beginning of the summer. Sister Mary comes to the university amid some challenges with finances and communication between administration and the Marywood community. With Marywood recently celebrating its centennial, Sister Mary will be leading the university into the next 100 years. On a rainy Monday afternoon, Sister Mary Persico sat down with TVM News to talk about her goals and priorities as president of Marywood University. Thank you for joining us here today. It's great
Jess,
to have you.
I'm delighted to be here. Thank you.
So we want to know what it's been like your first month as president. It's been almost a month. You started on July 1st. So tell us, how's it been in your new role?
It's hard to believe that it's almost a month, I have to say. But from day one, I have been in my office and all over the campus, and there's been something happening every single day, at every single moment of the day. And I have to say that I haven't met anyone who hasn't been warm and friendly and really excited about what's going to happen here in the future. So that has gotten me all excited and enthusiastic. So I love my job. I always said I loved my job before this, in all the jobs I've ever been in. But I just said to someone the other day, I saved the best job to last, because this is probably my last full-time job. So I just love it, and I love being here, and I love being with all of you.
I know in the past you were at Marywood. You're pretty familiar with the campus. So what's it like being back here as president?
It's pretty awesome being back here as president, because even though I'm familiar with the campus and I have been here for a very long time in various capacities, things have changed so rapidly over the last couple of years. And buildings that were once used for one thing are used for something else today. So I'll go in a building and I'll look around and I'll remember what was here when I was here and what it was like back then, and it's totally different now, but it's exciting, and I love the way everything's been repurposed. As a matter of fact, when I go into Immaculata Hall every day to my office, I pass a room that was once my bedroom when I was a student here, and it makes me smile.
So I know you do have a lot of priorities with this new position, but if you had to pick 3 of the most important things that you want to accomplish in your first 6 months, what would they be?
Well, when I look around and I see students like you, Jess, I realize that our students are just wonderful people, and you've been given so many opportunities by the access you have to being here at Marywood. So my first priority is to figure out how we can get more and more students to our campus to enjoy all the same things that you're enjoying here as a student. And so I'd like us to, first of all, increase the number of students who come from our immediate market, Lackawanna County, and just beyond that, but also reach out to other states, because we have great things to offer in northeastern Pennsylvania. First of all, it's a beautiful place to be. And then I'd like to reach out to our international students too, because I think the wonderful programs we can offer them will really help us to be better citizens in our world. So my first priority is going to be attracting more students to our campus. The second would be, I think, community involvement. I think someone has said to me that Marywood is a well-kept secret, and that's probably true, because right here in our own backyard, people don't know half of what's going on here at Marywood. So I'd like to be able to communicate to the broader community what it is we do here and get them enthused about what happens here, and to invite them into our life as a campus. I call a university a laboratory of life. You may have heard me say that, and I really believe that. This is a place where we can experiment. It's a place where we can do exciting things and grow and develop. And the more people we can invite into that experiment, the better it will be for all of us. So that's my second priority. My third priority, I think, is going to be restorative. We all know that people have kind of lost some hope in what we do here, and I don't think there's any need for that. I don't know who the author is who said this, but life is not about weathering the storm, it's about learning how to dance in the rain.
That's a great quote.
Yeah, it's a great quote, and I think we have some, rainy times here these days, but I think once we learn how to dance in the rain, we'll really be able to bring the sunshine back as soon as possible, and that's going to be my third big goal.
Okay, so your first goal, to bring in more students, you've accomplished a lot, and it was announced today that there was an agreement between Marywood and Lackawanna College. Can you talk about the agreement and how it will benefit Marywood?
Yes, I had the great fortune of meeting with the president and two of the other administrators at Lackawanna College last week, and we had a very exciting and enthusiastic conversation because they are doing some quality work and they're spreading their footprint in Lackawanna County and beyond. And they're opening their programs, they're broadening their programs. And what they want to do is to be able to say to their students, once you leave us after your sophomore year and you have a certificate from us, if you want to go on to study in your field, we want to be able to say to you, Marywood has an agreement with us that you can easily transfer the credits you have to their programs. They will accept them. You can become a student with them for your junior and senior years and then graduate with a diploma from Marywood. So that's just the beginning of what we call the Articulation Agreement with Lackawanna College.
So do you see that sort of as a way to market Marywood and get the name out to more students?
Yes, absolutely. I think if students know that if they go to a junior college or a community college or a college such as Lackawanna College, and they can absolutely move on once they've attained the certificate that they're seeking to achieve, I think that will be exciting, and I think that their being able to say this is where I'm going after I leave here will give us some credibility and will bring us some more acceptability in the community.
Okay. Now, you've come to Marywood at a bit of a difficult time. There have been issues with the previous administration with communication and transparency, as well as the financial issues that are facing the university. So what are some of the first steps you'll take to solve these problems?
Well, sometimes my ability to be transparent has gotten me into trouble, but maybe it's a good thing. I just think that it's important to open up the lines of communication all the way around between students and faculty, faculty and administration, students and administration. We're all adults. You're adults. You come to us as adults. And our objective here is to educate you, is to facilitate your education so that when you leave here, you'll be wonderfully moral citizens of this world who have a great education and who have tools for success. So we'll all work together toward accomplishing those goals, and if we have to do it by communicating constantly with one another until we all understand what our mission is and our goal to achieve that mission, then I'm all for that. And if it takes 24 hours a day, then it takes 24 hours a day, because as I always say, sleep is highly overrated. So I just think that however we need to communicate, we will, whether it's through emails, whether it's through oral communication, whether it's through letters, memos, task forces, whatever it is, whatever it takes, we'll do it and we'll take the time to do it.
So you see more of an open dialogue during your tenure?
I think it's important, and it really is, especially now that we're in this new day and this new time. And it's a time when people like to share information, and there's nothing wrong with that. I think it's a good thing.
Orientation weekend took place a couple of weekends ago, and you were able to meet the class of 2020 for the first time. So what did you think of meeting these first-year students from Marywood?
I thought these first-year students, our new freshmen, were fantastic. They were enthusiastic. They were, I thought they were very sincere, warm, welcoming. And their parents were great. You know, sometimes administrators are more concerned about the parents than they are about the students, because parents have all kinds of wants for their children, naturally speaking. But these parents were so open and genuine that I just felt an immediate affinity toward the parents and the class in general. When we came through the arch that night after all the orientation activities, I high-fived most of the students as they went by. But the thing that struck me was that they all had big smiles on their faces, and that to me is a sign of hope for the future.
So you're almost like a new freshman at Marywood, so do you feel a connection to this class?
Absolutely. I think you always feel connection to that first class or for that first group of people that you meet in any new job. So I feel like I'll walk the way with them and journey with them all the way through graduation. I'm planning on getting to know all of them, not to the exclusion of everyone else, but I'll look at the class of 2020 as a special class, but I'll look at all of you as special.
And as a freshman, what do you look forward to as the fall semester begins?
Well, you know, I look forward to the excitement of something new. I know it has its ups and downs. There will be young folks who get homesick, and there will be problems with roommates, and there will be courses that aren't exactly what one expected. So I look forward to the challenges that we'll have to deal with as we go through all of that. But more than that, I look forward to the happy times that we'll have together.
Now, you have in the past stressed the importance of interacting with students, and you mentioned you wanted to attend sporting events, art galleries, and other events. So besides orientation, have you had any other student interaction within your last month as president?
There aren't too many students around because those who were here were at classes. Often they were at night. But I am looking forward to going down to the fields for games, and I'm looking forward to Midnight Madness, and I'm looking forward to all the things that students do and doing them together.
So you, as a president of Marywood, you're going to have a very busy schedule. So with all the pressures from this position, how are you going to continue the student interaction throughout the school year?
Well, I think it's something that you have to do deliberately, and I intend to do it deliberately. To put aside some time every day, maybe at the end of the day, because that's the best time to meet with students, and to just walk the campus, as I said, go to a game, maybe go to one of the eating places and just sit down and talk with the students. But I would really like to interact as much as possible with the students, because after all, that's why we're here.
You recently just made an official Twitter account, and you're almost at 500 followers, so how do you feel about that?
Well, it's exciting. Every day I check to see how many followers I have, and then I follow some other people and like some people and retweet, and so I'm getting to know all about that. But interestingly enough, I've learned a lot by reading all of that, and I've been able to connect with the community. So I feel all the more connected by having done that. It was fun in the first place, but other than that, it certainly has connected me to many people, and I hope to continue that connection.
So can you talk about any plans you have to use the social media to interact with the community? Because I've noticed that you have some tweets about the St. Joseph's Festival with Gojo 19, and you're just tweeting about events that are going on. So how do you plan to use this to get Marywood out to the community? Well,
one of the tweets that I did last week was about meeting Senator John Blake in his office downtown. And as a result of that, other people from the community retweeted or followed me. So I think that the more we can get out into the community with social media, the better we can be connected. That's what happens with social media. You just get connected to so many people. You almost don't want to be that connected, but that is a benefit of it, especially if you're doing something like trying to work the community and get to know the people in the community. So I don't have a Facebook account, but I'll stick with Twitter for now. Maybe I'll move to Instagram next. I mean, after all, they say Facebook is for the parents, and so we'll pass up that part and go to Instagram or Snapchat, or we'll try those things next.